you're gonna spend your money, don't buy a cheap bag. Don't do it. Just save yourself the stress and just invest in a really, really good quality bag. I have a little goodie today. Isn't she a beauty? So when this package came, I was thoroughly impressed because I believe it took about, hold up, let me see. I believe I ordered it on the 2nd and today's the 20th. So it took about, I want to say close to 2 weeks, almost a little bit over 2 weeks. This came with FedEx. It was shipped super fast and packaged very, very well. If you've seen some of my previous videos, then you for sure know that every single time when I open one of these packages, it tends to have like just a lot of bubble wrap, a lot of packaging. So this one, it is very secure. I am already loving the package. When I opened this, I was thoroughly impressed, and let's just open because I'm just gonna sit here and talk for the entire time. So this is the box, and I kind of threw away my original box that I have for Louis Vuitton. I kind of forgot, to be honest, what it looks like. I know sometimes that the wording can be blue. I don't know if like the newer ones or the older versions are black as well too, but I do know I did have one previously that was black wording, but I don't remember. When you open this, it comes with your dust bag. There is a long leather strap, and besides that, I believe that is it. And here is the gorgeous bag. It does come with a gold hardware chain, and when you open her up, she also comes with, of course, the paperwork. So the original Louis does have like these paperworks as well. So you just have like these little Louis cards, this little Chinese Louis Vuitton care card, and then you just have this like really big Louis Vuitton pamphlet. Before we start diving into the purse details, I do want to give some clarifications about the background of where this bag came from. So this was sold through a private seller, but they do have a website where you can go online and shop, and the title is called www.pickbags.ru. So this company actually did reach out to me and asked if I wanted to do a collaboration, and so I said yes. So I did go ahead and do some research on the website for you guys. It seems promising. Like I said, I got the item in 2 weeks, and I emailed back and forth with the person that I spoke to. Her name was Kelly. She was super duper nice. Okay, so if you guys do decide to order some bags on the website, then make sure to just kind of do a lot of your own research. But from the get-go, I am in love with her products. It is phenomenal. So this bag on her website, it's only $138, and this is how it's listed. It has the photos, and when you scroll through like this, it literally has all of the details and everything. You can literally see all of the photos, which I totally love because, you know what, like I stopped shopping on DHgate. I have nothing wrong with DHgate. It is like cheap and nice, but you know, for me, if I, like I said in my previous videos, if I'm gonna walk around with a replica bag, I want it to look as though like a mirror replica. I want it to be a one-to-one replica. It's not that I don't have the money. One, I switch my bags so much that honestly, I don't think I am willing to drop like $2,000 on a bag that I probably won't even use, let alone just end up ruining. Okay, and it's not because I have anything wrong with the company or anything like that, but if you watch my Chanel bag, then obviously you know how passionate I am about, you know, saving your money and just overall, like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a bag is a bag. You know, I say that all the time, but it's so true, you know, and it does the same thing. Like people, I did have some comments saying like, well, there's a lot of other brands out there that, you know, are really good quality and they're like $400 and you can still get like a really, really well-made bag. But yes, that's true. But the thing is that I love the design of all of these designer items. I love the way that they're made, and you know, if you're gonna buy a bag where it's literally the same materials, then why not? You know, so this is made with like real canvas leather, and the hardware is also with metal. So I decided to test it out for you guys. I want to go ahead and say a disclaimer. Okay, this video is for educational purposes only. So the reason for this video is not to really promote fakes, but it's more about I wanted to educate myself and also some other people as well too about a lot of these replicas and just see how well they're made, because a lot of times there's a lot of really bad scammed websites out there, and I just don't want you guys to get scammed. I will share like where I bought my items, so I guess in a way that's promoting, I guess. Sorry, I don't know, but it is what it is. On the bag, it was listed as $288, but now it's on sale for $138. There's all these different shipping methods where it's DHL, FedEx, EMS, and EPAC, so it's fast delivery. Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Size is 25 centimeters by 4 centimeters by 13 centimeters, so it is across the same length as the Chanel bag. Now, so I want to go ahead and actually look up what this bag retails for. Louis Vuitton. I can't find the retail price of what this was going for. I do know that it was around like $2,000 if I'm not sure. it looks like it's kind of just really, really hard to find. So this bag, it is an older model, and the reason why I chose this bag is I'm starting to love a lot of the vintage looks bags and like the shoulder bags right now where you just put it over your shoulder. I think it is super duper cute. You know, the funny thing is that I was actually planning to buy this pre-loved from Damier, but I couldn't really bring myself to spend about $900 to $1,200 on a used bag that I probably just am going to wear like once or twice every now and then, once in a blue moon. Like even right now I'm looking at like Google, and there's on Rebag it's about it's about $1,155 to $1,200, and you know, that's not a bad price, but at the same time, like I just don't think it's worth that much money. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys the bag. This is what the front looks like. Of course, you have the side, you have the back, and this other side. So the reason why I love this bag is it has this metal emblem that says Louis Vuitton on the front of the purse, and I think that just looks so chic, so pretty. Something about it just gives me like that vintage Y2K vibes for some reason. And in comparison, I do have my authentic Speedy bag to compare it to for you guys today. Now this is where I say, like, you know, I probably don't really wear my bags that often, and I'm always switching my bags all the time, and it's because I literally have had this bag for almost 2 to 3 years, but I've worn it probably a maximum of, I want to say maybe 5 to 6 times. You know, I love it, but it's just not that practical. So when I compare it, so from the eye, it is literally like so spot on. It's kind of crazy. I think the only difference that I'm kind of picking up right now is that the Damier, so this is called the Damier Eva. I just found that out from Google. Comparing it side by side, the color is just slightly off. Like this one has more of a warm tone, but you know what? I kind of actually like that color. Like it's super duper pretty. It's super identical, and you know, sometimes what happens is when you buy the white printing of this canvas grid color, it's always a hassle because what happens is it's always gonna be like super white, or it's gonna be blue, and that's actually happened to me multiple times before on DHK. Like on DHK, I have purchased in the past like some of the little like the little card holders, or I have also purchased like a pochette as well too. So it just kind of depends on what you want for your type of style, but the look that I'm going for is a near replica, a 1-to-1. So in that case, it's more about, you know, spending a little bit more money to have a little bit better quality, okay? So this bag, I actually haven't really done much research about it, but that's only because I already know, like with Louis Vuitton, like, you know, there's not really a lot of things that I guess really stands out except like the pattern. But if I'm gonna be frankly honest, you know, one thing that you have to look for in these replicas is sometimes what happens is whenever these companies do make these replicas, they always have a tendency to mess up the printing where it's not matching up. So for example, this is upside down on one side versus the other side, it's upwards. Because they are using one piece of canvas, they have to basically like that, right? It's flipped, it's one layer. But if it's just front ways and front ways, it's wrong. So you want to make sure that one side is actually upside down, because then of course it's going to be replicated to the real thing. Bag itself, like from my personal standpoint, I think this is going to be literally my new everyday bag. Like I literally don't see anything wrong with this bag from the eye. Like I think it's a very well made bag. The hardware is like, let me just look at it for you guys. It's made spot on. I think the only difference is maybe like the type of maybe metal that they use for this, because I'm trying to compare it to my Speedy, and the quality that my Speedy has for the zipper is not even that great, to be honest, you guys. Like I have had this bag like I said for 3 years, and even the quality on, I don't know if you guys can see this, but on my Speedy here, the quality is literally like not great, and I think that's what stands out from, you know, this versus like high quality bags, because this is not the greatest. Compare the leather, it is soft, but it's not like baby smooth soft, and it might just be because it's still brand new, right? Like compared to the Speedy, like they're both fairly smooth. And so if this is made with real leather like it says, probably with due time it is going to change colors, which I honestly do not mind that. Everything else about the bag is literally spot on. It's kind of insane almost. This just makes me wonder, like, why buy a real bag? Like honestly, at this point, it's just, I don't know. Okay, so here's a really good way to kind of do a replica side by side. So this little insert, I actually got this when I bought a Neverfull from DHA, and that Neverfull costed me like $25, maybe $30, and the color from the two bags was almost identical to each other, but in person, okay, the printing on this, I will say, is wrong, because the blue squares are supposed to go upwards and the white squares are supposed to go sideways, because on the print of this canvas material, it has like little tiny dots, and so they actually messed it up on this little guy, okay. On here, it's actually like pretty spot on. So totally correct, totally right. They even got all of the 6 printing dots down and sideways. So literally spot on. So I'm just gonna put all three side by side. I don't know if my phone camera can kind of pick up the difference, but this is a lot whiter of a tone in person than it is on camera. I kind of forgot that I had this, so I'm kind of glad that I still have this in here to show you guys. Even like the quality of the zipper on here was not the greatest because it just kind of is like a cheap metal almost, but honestly I don't mind. I will say the leathering strap on this was like also really bad, like the paint and the red and all that was just like coming off. But to show you guys the leathering strap that's on this bag, everything about it is like super spot on and straight. It's also kind of like this like orangey red color. It's not super bright red, which I believe it is literally supposed to be this color, because if you compare it to the Speedy, it is literally almost near the same, like that. It's like a burgundy deep red. So they literally got everything spot on, which is like literally phenomenal about this bag. I probably won't end up using this strap because I don't find a need for it, but if you can just like hear the quality of it, it's not a cheap plasticky material, because sometimes what happens is they use like very cheap items on these replicas, but that's only if you're paying like, you know, $20, $30, even like $50 for a bag. And back then when I was shopping on DHgate, I was like, oh my god, $50, that's a lot of money. Because it was to me at the time. But then I started realizing like the quality was just so bad. Okay, so bad on these bags. Literally, like, if you're gonna spend your money, don't buy a cheap bag. Don't do it. Just save yourself the stress and just invest in a really good quality bag. I don't really know much about the other items that this website has, but I am thoroughly impressed, and I think I'm gonna actually go and buy myself a bag because I kind of just want to see another like bag quality apart that's not like Louis Vuitton. But maybe I might just get another Louis because I love Louis, I love my Chanel, and you guys know my story with Chanel if you watched my previous video. Totally forgot to show you guys the inside, but it's literally just this little pocket, like nothing in here. Please don't mind my dogs, like they're a mess. They have the serial number, so this bag says AR2221. So it just has it right in this little corner right here. The buttons are printed with LV, and like, you guys, I'm thoroughly impressed. Everything about the bag, from the stitching to the engraving on the bags to the hardware on the bags, like, wow, it's gorgeous, literally gorgeous. So I think that's it for this video, you guys. That is it. Let me know what you guys think about this bag. If you have this bag, let me know what your thoughts are. Does it compare to the real one? Would you buy this bag? Because honestly, I am obsessed. I know it's like slightly off, like the tone is just very faint, but the warm tone, I kind of really like that just because it just makes the bag a little bit more vibrant in my eye. The only history that I know about Louis Vuitton is that it started back in the day, and it was so interesting because he was a poor boy and he ended up making like bags and purses because it was just easier to carry things, and soon enough it turned into suitcases and stuff like that. And the history of Louis Vuitton is just very interesting. If you have time, look it up. You will be thoroughly impressed and surprised. But it's just sad that Louis has not been able to survive this long to literally enjoy his creation, you know. And corporate people and companies and all these just money hungry people are just always out there for money and ruining all these really cool brands that had a really nice startup, which sucks. But that's just me talking and rambling on. That's just for another video. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. I know my dogs was literally such a big headache in the background, at least for me, because I hear them every single day. So let me know what your comments are about this bag, and that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!